Hello beautiful friends, my name is Katie, and in today's video it is going to be one of my favorite things because it is another thrift store haul. And yes, we've upgraded to a freaking laundry basket. Like this, there's so much happening here. Wow, this is heavy. Basically, it's another one of the thrift store hauls where it is a bag sale. So it was everything you could fit into a large grocery sized bag for $3. And then of course this store always has to have a sale. Like the clothes are already super cheap. They're already an entire bag for $3, and then you try and leave with just 2 bags. And then the sweet ladies who work there are always like, but it's buy 2 bags and you get 1 free. So naturally, like, I have to go back because I can't just leave thrifted goods on the table like that. So that is how we always end up with this absurdity coming home. But for today's video, it's a little different because I actually went in the thrift store with a plan. I had a plan when I went in. So I printed out a couple of ideas that I wanted to make because I am super good at walking in and getting distracted or just walking around aimlessly and putting pretty much anything I want in the bag and then getting home and being like, why did I get this stuff? I don't know. So the point of this thrift store haul was that I found a bunch of items from Fashion Nova that I wanted to refashion out of thrifted clothes. So this is my list, and then this is the pile of things that I got. And let me just throw this out there. There's 8 items on this. There's 8 items on this list, and somehow I ended up with this many. So like, go figure what happened here. I'm gonna do another video where I'm going to remake thrifted clothes from this haul into the Fashion Nova one. So if you're not subscribed yet, hit the subscribe button down below and ring the bell notification so you will see that video when it comes out, because I'm pretty pumped. It's gonna be exciting, and I actually ended up finding a lot of things that are super close to the Fashion Nova inspiration. So I am excited, and I think it's gonna be really cool. So this is the haul that goes with it. To start this haul off, I got 26 items for $6, so that's roughly 23 cents per item. I think I actually have a couple more items that came from this haul, but they might have gotten a little mixed up. I want to answer a couple questions real quick that I often get asked. The first one is if I try stuff on, and I 99% of the time do not try stuff on before buying it. At this thrift store in particular, they do not have any dressing rooms or really any mirrors at all, so trying stuff on would be kind of really awkward. It's a really tiny and kind of weird space, so because it's a bag sale, I am pretty much never gonna try anything on because the stuff is so cheap anyway. If you don't like it or if it doesn't fit, you can just seriously take it back and call it a day. And the other question I always get is about washing it and about the fact that sometimes this stuff is kind of gross and dingy. And to answer that question, yeah, thrifting is kind of gross. It is kind of dingy. If you're a germaphobe, it's probably not totally the best for you, but you can bring instant hand sanitizer if you want, or wash your hands a lot. Pretty much anything I buy from a thrift store, I'm going to throw in the washer or dryer, or I'm going to wash it like in my bathtub full of bleach. Like, you know, I'm gonna wash this stuff. So that's why sometimes stuff gets separated out because it might be in a different color cycle wash, and then it just wanders away and goes in a different thrifted pile. So I'm pretty sure I actually had 28 items, but 2 of the items that I think went with this are not in these piles currently. So we're gonna go with 26 items, which roughly accounts to 23 cents per item. I'm gonna start with the items that I specifically got for the Fashion Nova haul first to show you guys. So the first 2 items that I got are this olive green men's shirt and this taupe colored men's shirt. And this is inspired by the top You're Not the One top in olive, which was $20. I got 2 of them because I wasn't entirely sure looking at the picture if it was greenish or if it was this kind of taupey color. So I figured, what the heck, let's get both. So the next one is another men's shirt from Target, and this one is inspired by the Danger Zone plaid top in yellow/combo for $30. And this one actually looked pretty darn close to the pattern in the Fashion Nova top, and I have letters that I'm gonna cut out and apply to it. So the next one is just a plain Hanes sweatshirt, and one of the reasons I also really like this bag sale is they always have tons and tons of basic clothing. So something like a basic cotton sweater, they always have tons of them, which these honestly don't retail for that high. I would say a Hanes basic sweatshirt really doesn't retail for higher than $10 anyway, but the fact that this is 23 cents and it's used versus paying for a brand new one to then DIY, because the DIY on this one, not gonna lie, looks absolutely ridiculous, and it's not necessarily my personal aesthetic, but I thought it would be fun to try. So doing it on something that's reused felt great versus buying something new that I was literally probably gonna wear not very often. I'm gonna say it like that. Take it for what you want. So next up is this pair of pants from Talbot's. I don't actually know if I'm gonna do this DIY because pants and I have a struggle relationship. I try really hard to update pants because pants are expensive and they're definitely something you're gonna wear a ton of times in your wardrobe, but I struggle with pants. I don't know why. I don't know if I'm just not as confident as I should be, but I bought these because I wanted to dye them orange, because the Fashion Nova pants are called What Is All the Fuss About Pants in Rust, and they retailed for $32.99. And I thought that would be, you know, a $3 bottle of RIT dye to dye these orange would be great. I don't know though. I might not, because I might feel bad ruining these pants, because pants and I, we're a struggle bus. But that is why I bought them, thinking that if they fit correctly and if I can like maneuver this one well, then that's what we're gonna do with that one. So the next two items are black basic tops, and I remember now where this other mystery item went. I actually bought a third black top because I wasn't sure like with the stretch how things were gonna fit, and I remember now that we were looking for a shirt to use as an apron for my little niece while she was making pancakes. So that is where the other shirt is, because she was making pancakes in it. So that shirt has already gotten a second life, but it's covered currently in pancake mix. The next item up is a slinky kind of stretchy skirt, and the inspiration skirt was more of a like snake skin, but this one still had kind of an animal print vibe. So that is why I got this one too. I got this black skirt. It was actually the only black skirt they had in the store that day. Even though this skirt is made out of a nice like more suiting type material, I thought I could still cheat at the Fashion Nova ruching on the sides of this one. And I mean, it's a black skirt, so like it's gonna look kind of the same either way. Even though her skirt is probably made out of like a stretchy spandex type material, we're gonna use this one because this is what we had available. So those are the items that I got for the Fashion Nova part of the haul. So now for the rest of the ridiculousness, because you guys like to see all the crazy things that I got. So we're gonna power through these really, really fast. So next up, I got a pair of nice looking green pants because pastels are really in style for spring, and yeah, they're kind of high-waisted, so I thought those would be a great spring addition. I also got another pair of white pants, thinking that maybe I could dye these or bring them up, because I think these will also be kind of high-waisted. We'll see when I try them on, see how they look. Next up, I got this yellow turtleneck that looked like it was a really, really pretty color and would look really pretty on Instagram. And then I also got this yellow chunky like dad sweater because it just was fabulous. And I have another huge chunky dad sweater in white that I love, and I get so many compliments on all the time, and people are like, where'd you get it? And I'm like, a thrift store where I get everything from. So I couldn't pass up the opportunity to get another chunky fabulous sweater, and again, it's pastel colored, so I thought that would be great and on trend this season. So next up, I got another long denim skirt because denim is also super on trend right now. So this is something where like I wouldn't necessarily keep it long, but I can definitely cut it off and add some appliques and do some fun stuff. So denim skirt for the win. And then next up, I can't remember if I mentioned these a lot in the thrift store hauls, but because I am a Hokie and I went to Virginia Tech, I am always looking for super inexpensive shirts because I make t-shirt quilts out of them for myself, mostly myself, but also for my friends as presents. So again, when I find a shirt, I have this same shirt that I bought from the bookstore for I think like 23 bucks or something. So when I find them secondhand for 23 cents, it just, does it make me a little grumpy? Yes, it does. But am I okay with the fact that it can now live at my house? I am. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. So next up is a black skirt, and it is a wrap skirt, and it has side buttons. These are super on trend right now to have these kind of like buttons on the side detailing. Super on trend. This is one where again it is super long, so it's probably not something that I could pull off in the long form just because I am so short. But if you were taller, yeah, go for it. Definitely keep it long. I'm probably going to cut it shorter so it'll have kind of like so it'll hit kind of mid-thigh. But again, 23 cents versus paying a ton more money for it. And again, something super simple because all you have to do is cut it off. If you have no access to sewing equipment, you can fray the ends, you can add some hem tape, or you can sew it. So many good options. I love it. Oh, this guy's cool. This is another jean skirt, but it's actually a skirt, which I kind of really ridiculously was digging. So it's kind of a longer pattern, but it's a wrap skirt in the front, and then wait for it, it's actually shorts, which is kind of fabulous. So really dual purpose, so I thought that would be super, super fun and awesome. And then this one is kind of simple. This one is just a plain shirt from Target in green, which I thought would be perfect to wear just, you know, in my life in general. Sometimes I do find just normal clothes at thrift stores that I actually want to wear. This is another one of the basic Hanes sweatshirts in black. This is also great if you want to add some kind of pattern of your own using either your Cricut or your Silhouette Cameo. I think this retails for higher than I paid for the entire plethora of the stuff that I got. So that one is just plain black. Perfect to add your own flair to. And along with that one, I also got this one, which is another big sweatshirt. This one is by Russell instead of Hanes, and I was actually wearing this when I was dyeing clothes yesterday, and this sucker is so comfy. I like couldn't believe it. I put it on seriously because I was like, I just need something to wear while dyeing things, and I was like, I kind of love this sweatshirt. I don't know about this. This sweatshirt is amazing because it's just a really great cut. It's nice and big, but not constricting, but not too big. It's fabulous. Going in my normal wardrobe slash my wardrobe that is perfect for painting or dyeing, because if I got something on it, I wouldn't be heartbroken because I didn't pay a lot of money for it. So, you know, it's okay if stuff happens. Next up, I am a sucker for skirts that have buttons down the front, and I thought this one would be super cute for spring because it's spring colored and it's just happy. It's got a stretchy waistband, which is always great, and it's longer, so on me it'll probably be like a midi length, which I could keep that way, or it is something that you could again cut and make short. I also got this men's plaid shirt. I think I put this one in my cart first before finding the yellow one because they're basically the same type of material and the same cut, except this one is obviously more like Christmas colored. But I think that was why I picked both of these items out, so that honestly if I messed up the good one, I could also use this one. And again, if I don't use this for this project, I can always donate it back. So this piece is just actually kind of fabulous. I got all these items before Valentine's Day. This is a long red sweater, which I'm not sure if it's supposed to be a dress or if it's just supposed to be a long sweater. But again, I'm really petite compared to a lot of women, so I don't know if, I'm not really sure what this cut is supposed to be. But I got this one thinking that I could also do one of the Fashion Nova ideas, which I actually found a better item for that, which is in another thrift store haul, but it was only $1 for that item. So I think I'm gonna leave this one as is because it's pretty nice. It's a pretty nice piece, and I think it would just be fun to wear in general. And then the last two items, this is another men's shirt. It's just a plain colored one. This one's from Nautica. I think I got it in conjunction with the other shirts where I was like, well, you know, practice pieces, and maybe it would look good like color-wise for an Instagram, because it is a great color. Like, look at how good this color is showing up in the camera lens. I also a lot of times use these for like smocks, or if I'm like doing my hair and makeup and I have something on that's white or very special that I don't want to get messed up, because I have dropped my mascara before and it's not been pretty. So that's a lot of times why I keep these around. And then the last item in this adventure is definitely the most ridiculous for this haul. Not the most ridiculous for me, but just ridiculous in general. Is this? I think this is probably a muumuu, like you're supposed to wear it around the house, but it was kind of fabulous. I don't know, it's got this big ruffle at the bottom and it just seems kind of happy. I just wanted it. I really have no defense here. I just wanted this item, and I was like, maybe if I bought this item, it would bring me like good summer vibes or good travel vibes in the future, something like that. So that is why I got that one, because it made me happy. I thought it would be super fun. So that is all for the haul today. If you enjoyed the video, please give me a big thumbs up because it is free for you guys. You didn't even have to go out and spend $6 ridiculous on these items and curate them and then be told like, you get an extra bag. You should totally go back and fill an extra bag because it's free. And you're like, I guess I will go back and get another bag of stuff even though I only meant to get like 8 items. I don't know how I ended up with 28 of them instead, but it's cool because anything I don't use, I'm just gonna take back and it's just fun, so why the heck not? If you've made it this far in the video, let me know in the comments down below what brands are you guys loving or what brands are you like curious about, or is there anything that you're curious if it can be DIY'd versus, you know, buying new? Because honestly, when I was looking at Fashion Nova, their stuff isn't actually that expensive. So while a lot of it could definitely be DIY'd, which is better for the environment and better for your wallet, it's one of those where like if you did kind of want some of them, I wouldn't blame you for buying them firsthand because they're not that expensive versus other brands are super expensive and you're like, no matter how much money I had, I still couldn't buy these. So let me know in the comments below which brands you're loving or which brands you would love to own but are too expensive so we can see if we can DIY some stuff. So I hope you guys have a fantastic week and I will see you next time. Bye!